Good morning. God woke us up. Thank God for allowing us to wake up and see another day, giving us our limbs and mobility to move around despite all that is going on around us. I titled this Growing, Learning, and Healing as I'm beginning a new series of the process. I'm just bringing me to you so we can kind of get to know each other a little better and to understand a little bit about my process and my journey of how I got here and what's going on while I'm here. How about that? Let me turn the air on, please. I was having needed someone wasn't getting over you. Said slow when I move, I'm out and I know what you're feeling. What you feel, I'm gonna take it for a ride. Let me take it off your mind, cause you know it's easy. I just been trying to make it me taking night, taking it's all that I do, cause yeah. I let you go, don't let you in on my life. I tell you the things you need to know. I know about that. I know you need that. The way you moving your body, don't need your feedback. I know it makes sense. Don't know I play pretend. I get that seasons change. Well, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you may be in the world today. Giving honor and praises to God for waking us up this morning, right? Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I am Tia Rogers, to take care of your health, save and invest and grow your startup business mentor. So this morning, we're going to continue on Happy Wednesday. No, today's Tuesday, right? Wait a minute. Today's Wednesday. Happy, amazing, wonderful Wednesday, everybody. Hope that your week is going well. As I try to get myself organized here, let's see what's going on. Are you enjoying the series that we're having? We've been talking about becoming better, personal growth. I'm inviting you to come and join the community of how to win a life and win a business and love what you do. We talk a lot about emotional well-being, our growth process. We talk about the importance of our health and our body, our home life and relationships, work life and leadership, and identity, belonging, and community. It's so important when you're on this journey, the self-awareness, knowing who you are, whose you are, what it is that you want out of life. How do you contribute to the life that you're creating, that you're living every day? And how does that impact your life and other people's lives, right? So these are some of the things that we talk about. And we've been talking about self-governing, right? Taking responsibility of your own behavior, well-being, and emotional state, and outbursts, right? Keeping your emotions in check. Ask, is this working for me or against me, right? When you're in to find yourself in a tough situation, how you're responding to it or how you're reacting to it, is it working for you? Is it not? Provide some type of structure, schedule, and stick with it. Establish a routine to complete tasks effectively. Make sure you eat well, rest well, and be slow to anger, because you're going to need that energy, guys. Believe me. Don't let people steal your energy by working yourself up, becoming angry over any given situation. Take a breath, a couple of them if you need them, and try to kind of, process what's going on at the time, if you're able to. I understand that sometimes in the heat of the moment, it is what it is, but for the most part, even sometimes it takes practice, but you can kind of regulate, talk yourself down off of the ledge. So we want to learn to love learning you, right? love learning who we are, appreciating who we are, what we bring to life, what we contribute while we're here living this life. Um, but learning to love and trust yourself is the most important thing, especially after, you've, at this point now, as we're moving on into the new year, we're looking at, where we've come from, where we are now, and we're looking at where we're going 5, 10, 15, 20, 30 years from now. And although we can't see it and it's not tangible in our possession right now, we can visualize it in our minds and see how beautiful our life can be, if we just discipline ourselves and stick to the commitments that we make, that we said that we were going to do in efforts to make our life better in whatever area that may be, right? So one thing about loving and trusting yourself is that if no one else does, you do, and you will perform well. You trust yourself, you know your capabilities. Sometimes you have to stretch yourself, you have to put yourself around other people that are more, how do I say it, more knowledgeable and more experienced in the areas in which you wish to go to, or enter into, to begin to start absorbing and understanding the whole everything. Because when you start something new, coming into the industry, when I first started out, I knew nothing about nothing. So I had to learn everything. And learning everything, I also had to learn the industry, how e-commerce works, how does one begin to build a business. Starting out, I just assumed that I just found me another job, to help supplement my income. And that's great because it does have an earning component to it. However, there's so much to take in that there's no way you're going to get it all in your first year, your second year, your third year, your fourth year, your fifth year. It could take time to really pull in everything that you have. And it's so much information to take in that don't put the pressure on yourself of taking it in all at one time, because you will burn yourself out. I'm looking around. I thought I brought a bottle of water in here, but I didn't. We don't want to burn out. We don't want to lose our minds in the midst of building our life, creating a new life for ourselves, building a foundation, a stronger foundation for our families to become more sustainable, and be able to collect resources that we can leverage in our lives in times of challenge, right? So it takes time. You and your beautiful life, it took time for you to get to where you are right now. So each step that you take from today is going to be walking you into your tomorrow. So we must understand that self-governing is a personal choice. It's a personal choice to choose to react to situations, circumstances, and stimuli, or respond. We try to respond more so than we react, because reacting, we may not be so clear at, right? So we want to make sure that we are governing ourselves correctly. Hold on, I did something down here. Let's go over here. Let's move this here. I don't want to keep you guys too long, but I did want to come and kind of finish out this week, because you guys know once I get started, it's hard for me to stop. And right this time of year, you're doing multiple things. You're getting ready for the holidays. You're decorating the house. You're cleaning up, getting everything out. They say clean up the dust, clean out the cobwebs, straighten up, reorganize. because you don't want to start the new year off with junk. You don't want to start the new year off with clutter. You don't want to start the new year off with blockages, right? So you want to clear your space. You want to clear your head mentally. You want to spiritually cleanse your body, even fast if you need to really hone in and begin to see and appreciate life for what life really truly is. The other day, I shared with you um, my results from some of my results from the DISC test, right? So that really gave me an insight to, how I respond and adapt naturally. And when I'm in a situation where, there may be scrutiny or someone may be watching me, or I feel like I'm under pressure, or if there's someone above me, um, I may lessen myself for that person not standing in my true self, despite of the fact, because who I am is who I am. I can't change that, but I don't have to lessen myself with someone else in order to feel important. Or I don't even know if that's the right term, but do you kind of get where I'm going here with the whole natural, how you act naturally and how you may act, say, the best way I can explain is this: if you are first entering into something new, you don't know everybody, so that's a period of where my adaptive natural behavior would kick in, because I'm meeting new people, I'm in a new surroundings, I don't really know too much, so I'm not gonna come in and just act like, I know what's going on at in those moments. I call them teaching moments. They're learning lessons, part of life's learning curve, because if you can sit back, listen, and observe, you'll learn a whole lot. So yesterday, uh, yeah, we were talking about -0 equaling 1 plus the square root of 5 divided by 2. So I wanted to take that equation and I wanted to prepare it for life. Hold on, guys. Let me see if I can get this over here so you guys can see it. We might have to do it. Might work a little better that way. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, my legs is coming apart. But we were talking about -5. And okay, let's see, can you see this? You don't need to see me too much, but you need to be able to see the board. Can you see the board? Hopefully you can see what I have written here. If not, just let me know, put a comment in and let me know. So when you're talking about preparing for new life goals and aspirations, incorporating values, morals, ethics, principles in your life vision, right? We want to look at this equation as it applies to our life, right? So we're looking at -0, and we're going to allow -0. This is going to present the process of shedding any negative influences, doubts, or behaviors that may hinder your progress. It's about letting go of anything that conflicts with your values, morals, and principles. Because we've done our self-assessment, we have done our self-assessment, we've done our self-assessment, we've looked at the total assets, liabilities, net worth. We know exactly where we're standing now. We have decided, we made a decision, right? We made a decision that we want better for our lives, and we're looking at the areas in which we want to begin starting to become better. So 0 is representing the process of shredding anything that's negative that's in our lives. We're getting rid of the negative stinking thinking, the limited thinking, because you are powerful. You have what it takes to make your life a success. That's what we say here at Tammy's. And that's how we learn how to win in life and win in business. We have to talk life into ourselves and tell ourselves that we are the bomb diggity and that we got this, every little thing that we do. We just take one step a day or one task a day and rock it out. We do what we need to do, right? And most of us do that in life. A lot of us we do it without even thinking about it because especially if we're doing something that we love, we just go on out and we just do it. We just do what needs to be done. We don't even really think about how long it takes us or whatever because it just needs to be done. And other things that do kind of are not on our highest values or kind of links with our morals, ethics, and principles, we may tarry away from that. We may need some motivation to do so. I share with you some of my process, how I began this process, looking for something else to do to supplement my income as I was getting through the grief period of losing my parents, both mom and dad. So it was a good way to focus my attention and begin to learn something new. Take me kind of out of that feeling like an orphan or whatever. So when you suffer from different life experiences, different things, I suffer from grief. I have mild depression. So the mild depression creeps up on you. So there's times when you can catch it and kind of start doing your coping skills to begin working through it and getting over it. But then there's other times where you really have to really look at your nutrition. You have to look at your daily activities. You have to look at, how you're processing things throughout the day. And I'll share it with you. With so much going on and then having a loss in 2022, which would hit totally different than any other loss. And we're still continuing to lose people. This weekend, we're going to be laying my uncle to rest. My condolences to the Williams family. I love you guys so much. I'm sorry I won't be able to be there this weekend, but Uncle Bo knows. So we still have to live life. We still have to move on and do things. And what I was saying is that during that time when I experienced that loss severely impacted my life. However, I was on autopilot. So I just knew what to do, what I always do, and that's to hold everything down, keep everybody all together, because we got little people, so we got to make sure that they're going through this grief process in a manner that's going to be healthy for them so that they can understand the process and really go and thrive and live their lives. And at the same time, you got to take care of you too. So in that, saying all that to say that it's little small tasks. I'm a clutter box. I have a tendency this desk will be cluttered with papers, books, everything I'm working on. I'll start working on a project, and the next thing you know, the project has taken over my desk. So, or like, things of that nature. So, given that I'm a clutter box, I have to make sure that I'm scheduled time that I do just for the house cleaning. And I'm going to be honest, in the beginning, starting out in business, it took me a minute to get on a good schedule that worked for me. And I'm hoping that I'm back on that good schedule again to where I can not only flex business, but my personal life as well. So your personal life is so important. And this is why we're doing this equation, because I believe that this equation is equivalent to our lives. When we take ownership and we take responsibility for our lives and working out this equation as we see. And I believe the sum of the equation, the 1.6181, is just that 1.6181 step towards becoming better. So that means that you've gotten through the hard things and you've made one step forward. And how great is it to just know that you just made it one step forward? You don't have to take the whole 10 steps or 20 steps if that's required. Just take one step at a time. And this is what this whole process is about, because if you're not right, nothing else is going to be right. And in order to have a healthy, sustainable, vital life, each individual in the family has to be healthy. They have to be right. They have to be as best as they can anyway, at least to be a part of the family, be productive part of the family, right? So we said, instead of, before I ramble on, because you know I can ramble on, and I don't want to lose focus on what our topic is for today. So we're having this equation. Zero is representing the process of shedding anything negative. I share with you guys how I battle with my depression, and I have to intentionally do things. Oh, one thing I forgot to tell you is that it's very important with the nutrition. I found that taking vitamin D and the B complex helps me a lot, along with some vitamins, multivitamins, for women, 50 and older. Because as we get older, our body needs a little bit more, something different, because we're losing estrogen and things of this nature, we're going through menopause. So all these things impact our lives, as well as life on lifetimes, because life be life. And anyhow, so just wanted to share that with you. So if you're feeling a little sluggish, you might want to go get a physical and see exactly what's going on, and maybe you might be deficient in some of those things, so it might be beneficial. So one represents a fresh start and a commitment, right? So we're looking at preparing for new life goals and aspirations. We're incorporating our values, morals, ethics, and the principles of our life visions. Zero represents the process of shedding all the negative influences, doubts, or behaviors that may hinder our progress. So we're getting rid of that. We're letting things go, and we're avoiding any kind of conflicts that does not align with our values, morals, and principles and ethics. And one standing out as the fresh start is our commitment to our core values, morals, and ethics. It's the foundation upon which you build your life vision, goals, and aspirations on. We all have a vision for our lives, or at least I hope you have a vision for your life. Or, I know as kids, we all think about what we can't wait to grow up, because and what kind of grown up we want to be, what kind of job we're going to have. So I don't think that stops as we get older. I think our dreams just get bigger and better. And I think that we talk ourselves out of a lot of things that we could possibly do that would definitely change our lives for the better. So this is why we're going through this process, because I don't want us talking ourselves out of the better things in life. You deserve better. You deserve to live the life that you want to live. But it's going to require some work. And are you willing to do the work? And working on you is the first part of that, because if you're not working on you as you're going and you're building, you're networking, you're connecting with other people. One thing I've learned is that in connecting with people, we all come with our own stuff. Everybody has their own baggage. They all have their own morals, values, ethics, and principles in which they operate from. Sometimes that clashes. So, but the better you know yourself, the more you'll learn about people, and you'll be able to pick it up right away. So you'll know not to, you can avoid those head-butting things. Because really life is meant to be enjoyed, and we're all here, just living the party. We came in one way and we all going out one way. So enjoy that dash is what I always say. So as we're building towards our life visions and goals, we're shedding the negativity. We are giving ourselves a fresh start, and we're going to stick to the commitment to our core values, morals, and ethics. So we're going to look at the square root of 5. What does the square root of 5 represent in our lives? Well, the square root of 5 represents the complexity of life. Because what did I say? Life be life, right? all the time. Nothing you can do about it. Life is what you make it, seriously. Like, I say it lightly, but I mean it so real. And I believe I have it posted on my page. Life is what you make it. You know, if you're not happy with it, do your assessment. Figure out how you're gonna make yourself happy, because your happiness is your job, nobody else's job to make you happy. If you're relying on someone else to make you happy, you're gonna be sad for a very long time. Most of us, we are self-centered, think of ourselves. And then there's some that thinks of others, but then those of us that think of others, guess what happens? We neglect ourselves because we're giving, 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 giving. So where's the balance in all of that, right? In that square root of five. It's in the square root of five. So the square root of five, this symbolizes the complexity of life, including the challenges and opportunities it presents. Your values, morals, and principles guide you through these complexities, ensuring that you stay true to your vision. So when you're sticking to your values, morals, ethics, and principles, when it comes to your goals and visions, you will not stray. You will not get a part of anything that does not align with that. Because the moment you do, guess what? You're going to be out of alignment. And we all know, thanks to the Creator who created us all, we all breathe the same. We all get up in the morning, put our clothes on the same, one arm in one shirt, or one leg and one pants leg at a time. However you do it, we're all doing it the same. So although we all do some things the same, we're different. We're so very different, and we're so unique. We all have our own talents and gifts and dreams and visions and aspirations for our lives. Some of them align with others, and we can meet those others that are in alignment with our morals, values, principles, ethics, towards our life vision, and we give it them, and you'll see your life will flourish. Whenever you're around those that can give you knowledge that you may not have, or can help you kind of maneuver to figure out a rough spot, or get you unstuck, or help you work through a blockage. It's so amazing, because it's like, it's almost like a waterfall, I would say. Things just free flow and go. Are you going to be motivated all the time doing the things that you need to do for making your life better? No, but you know that if you don't do these things, that your life will never get better, that you will continue to stay and keep repeating the same things over. So I hope that everyone that hears my voice is looking to have a more exciting, adventurous life. And it doesn't matter on which end of the scale you're on, because your life vision is your life vision. Some of us have a very luxurious lifestyle, and we have a very luxurious vision, goals, and aspirations for our lives. And some of us, we're just okay, making sure as long we're good, as long as the bills are paid, we got food in the refrigerator, clothes on our back, nothing real fancy. We just want to be able to take a trip here and there, whatever it may be, or somewhere in between, because then you got the fast riders too. So, there's all different reasons and different types of folks with goals and aspirations. But when we all come together and we're working in one accord, and we're working in harmony, we become a great symphony of change, not only in our lives, but in other people's lives as well, knowingly or unknowingly, because a lot of times people are watching you and observing you, and you don't even know that you're impacting their life. People see, let's take an example, co-workers, your supervisor, managers, CEOs of companies. You may have seen these people in your community. You may work with these individuals in your workplace, and you see them. They're always moving and shaking. They don't have a lot of time. They're always on the go, right? They have a moment that if it's something that's work related, they come and tell you to work, but most times leaders are movers and shakers. They are on the go because they are constantly networking, connecting, or teaching, or speaking, or doing something. They're doing something, helping other people to come up, and that's our thing, to help individuals with a hand up, not a handout. We've been there before. We know what it is to be down and out, to have the bare minimum and have to struggle. We know what it is to be there and have no one in your corner, but you, which is why I encourage everyone to develop a relationship with your creator. Because if it wasn't for the creator that created me, which I call God, we've been rolling a long time now. A joke in our family is like, me and JC, we gonna go roll out or rock out, whatever it's gonna be, or whatever we're saying, but JC's coming with us. We ain't going without him. So, that's just, for me, that's been the base of my foundation. Because I've found out that in life, nothing lasts forever. Everything is temporary. There's so many things that I've overcome over the years. And I had the opportunity to share that with those that have come in contact with me or work with me or have had a conversation with me. If we were talking about real life, real situation things, I always love to share how I overcame or any kind of tips and how to help make the next person better. Because I figured if it worked for me, it might work for somebody else, so why not share, right? So, as looking at this square root of 5, and we're looking at how the complexity of life, including the challenges and opportunities it presents, because life can become challenging. Losing a loved one, getting divorced, having health issues. These are real life things that gets people down, and it can overtake you if you allow it. But when you know that you are created by the best and that he got your back and he's going to help you get through whatever you gotta get through. It might hurt a little bit today, but it might not hurt that much tomorrow. You know what I mean? So you want to make sure that you're grounded in that sense, because it's going to help you navigate through those storms in life, because the storms are sometimes unpredictable. They blindside you. Some of them kick you in the gut. Some of them punch you in the throat. Some of them punch you in the eye. Some knock you down to your knees. Whichever the case may be, you want to know that you have the strength to heal and stand back up. Stand down is a choice. So we looking at the 0 representing the process of -0 representing the process of shedding any negativity, 1 representing a fresh start and the commitment to your goals, morals, ethics, principles, and values of the commitment that you want to make for your life coming up for the next year, which we're beginning to start today, because we can't wait till next year. We got to start today, taking these small steps and put them into place, right? Whether you have to make a decision as to when you're going to start, and really seriously start on that day, on the date that you give yourself. He who hesitates, I don't know, there's this line about that. I forgot. Mr. Ryan used to always say something about hesitation, but anyway, I'll ask my bestie about it later, and I'll come back and I'll tell you. But you don't want to hesitate. He who hesitates may not win the prize. So we're looking at the fresh start commitment. You want to make sure that you're ready and you're committed to it. You want to, with the -5, you're going to be doing what you need to do, making sure that you're getting the proper rest, making sure that you are eating well, making sure that you are moving about, being physical enough to keep your body in motion and keep it going, so that you're getting the proper things that you need so your body can work properly. And if it requires you to take vitamin D, vitamin D, B complex, a multivitamin, some type of inflammatory aid supplement to stop the inflammatory, because we're getting older, guys. The joints and stuff, they don't move like they used to. So I'm just saying, it helped me. So I'm just telling you, you don't gotta do it. But I would suggest that if you're feeling a little sluggish, you want to kind of go down your list. Do you have an assessment list as to why you're feeling what you're feeling, what's going on in your life? Where are you at mentally, physically, financially, relationships? What, like, how does all that impact in your life? This is why we have this equation here, because to me, this is the equation to my life, okay? So we're gonna take the square root of 5, and then we're gonna divide all that by 2. And dividing by 2 represents the balance and alignment. See, that's what I'm talking about. That's why we do the assessment. Because if you don't assess yourself properly, how do you know what's going on? Where do you know that you need to begin to start, right? So this step encourages a balanced approach. It means aligning your goals and aspirations with your values, morals, and ethics. It's about finding equilibrium and pursuing your dreams while staying true to your principles. Now, we want to weave it all together, right? We want to bring all this in together because I know all this sounds crazy now. And I use this example, you notice I got it in course as your life business, because this is Tia's life business. You know, coming in, not knowing nothing. That's my ground zero. Afraid, I don't know nothing. I gotta learn everything. I have to go in and trust the process. I had to trust the process that I was going to come across the right leaders to give me what I needed to do to learn how to do what I need to do. I needed to trust that I was going to trust my commitment to myself, that I was going to figure out how to begin putting into action the things that I learned so that I could help move forward, not just by myself, but I could move with my team, my partners, to move forward. Because if we're all moving at the same time, it's just like when you're in a boat, right? And I gotta get to the boathouse because I want to take one of those boating classes. But anyway, when you're in the boat, in the canoe, I did canoe as a kid at camping. When you're in the boat in your canoe and you have your oar, you're in the boat and you're doing like this, right? So this is gonna move the canoe, the boat forward. It's gonna move it in motion. But if you're doing like this and the person that you're rowing with is rowing backwards, you're not really going anywhere. You're kind of like just spinning around and going in a circle. And we don't want you to be in a circle. We want you to kind of get in alignment and learn how to do those strokes, to turn to navigate your boat and get your canoe on the go so that you can see the adventures and see the sights and hopefully rest and then turn it around. You know, canoeing is kind of fun. So I kind of like it. So as we weave it all together, as you embark on your journey towards new life goals and aspirations, remember, I want you to remember this equation, Doc. Can you see it? I hope you can. I think you can. All right. I want you to remember this equation, guys. I want you to keep in mind that 0 represents the process of shedding anything negative. I want you to remember that 1 represents a fresh start and your commitment to that fresh start. I want that square root of 5 to represent the complexity of life and be able to identify it. Because life can get pretty, but how are you going to navigate through it? What coping skills are you going to put in place to keep you fired up, to keep moving? And you don't gotta smile while you do it. You listen. Get up, wake up. If you wake up, get in the shower and get dressed. If that's all you did for the day, congratulations. Maybe tomorrow you can try another step, shower, get dressed, and then do something else. Maybe possibly make the bed. Little steps, little baby steps make big, huge steps. So then when we divide it by 2, we're looking at the representation of balance and alignment. So as it pertains to new life goals and aspirations, I want you to remember the equation, okay? Because we're going to come back to it. Begin by eliminating negativity and embrace the fresh start. -0, align your actions with your values, morals, and ethics. 1 embraces the challenges and opportunities that life presents, using your principles as a compass. The square root of 5 finally finding balance by pursuing your dreams while upholding your values and ethics divided by two. So you want to incorporate these elements into your life vision, and you'll not only set ambitious goals, but also ensure that your path to success is guided by your core values, morals, and principles. This equation serves as a reminder that achieving your dreams is not just about the destination. It's also about the journey and the person you become along the way. So that's what I'm going to leave you with today. Because I know you're getting a lot from me. I want you to do your life assessment. I want you to do some type of values assessment, some type of personality assessment so you can get a good picture of who you are right now. So you can look in that mirror and see who you are right now, but also see the individual that you are becoming. Because most times we have to become who we want to be way before we even become, way before we are being that person or individual or that vision of ourselves. And that's usually where we lose a lot of people. Because a lot of people, when it gets hard, they want to fall back, not do a little less. And I get it. You get tired because if you run all the time, we all know we're humans. We're not androids. We're not AI. We can't operate as fast as some of the apps and tools and systems that we utilize in our business. However, allow yourself to be human. Allow yourself grace to grow on each part of the journey. In the beginning, we're all starting at ground zero. So even if someone is 1-2 steps ahead of you, and we even I did the line. Do you guys remember the line? But they may be 1 or 2 steps ahead of you, but on which end of the stick are they ahead of you? Are they negative or the positive? And where are you? And where would you like to be? And how can you go about beginning to tap in that power within yourself? Really sitting down and really being real with yourself. It's not easy, but it's definitely worth it. Sometimes you gotta let everything else go so that you can utilize the time that you need to put yourself in a better situation. And don't worry about how long it takes for you to become who it is you are becoming. Just know that in every effort that you put forth in building you and building the life that you create for yourself, all of that is going to come into alignment. I'm a firm believer that if you do what you're supposed to do, that things will fall into place. It's like a universal thing. But if you don't put anything into the universe, kind of hard for the universe to give you something back, but it will give you something. I don't know if you're gonna like it or not, but so I love cultivating. I love planting. So, you know, we always talk about planting seeds in good soil and ground. We know that roses do grow out of concrete. We do know that. I got to put 2 rose bushes in the back. I got some dirt that has some rocks in it, but I'm able to grow my rose bushes in a little miniature Christmas tree. Evergreen is called. So it doesn't matter where you are. What matters is where you're trying to go. Because where you are today is only temporary. And only you can hold yourself there. If you choose to stay there, if you like it, if you're okay with it. But if you're not, take advantage of seeing what is available to you to make your life better. Because it has to be something that fits your morals, your values, your ethics, and your principles towards your life goals and your life visions. What are your life goals and visions? I would love for you to share. I like to know what other people have going on. And as we're going into 2024, I'm so excited because there's so many of you that are starting your business. You're laying out your foundation. You guys are killing it with events and doing different things. And some of you are even switching over and getting into other areas. I just want to tell you that I see you and I'm very, very proud of you. You inspire me to keep going on the days when it's hard and I may not necessarily want to, but when I see all of you, it just warms my heart. And many of you that I'm talking about, some of you are close to my heart. And you guys are so secretive about what what you're doing. So when I get to see your work and I get to see your creativity, it pleases my heart so much. It makes me very, very happy to know that you guys turned out to be amazing, beautiful, wonderful individuals, a good, how do you say it, productive citizen in the world. So I love what you're contributing. I want you to keep going. I won't shout all of you out right now, but maybe I will towards the end of the year. So, we can really get that let's go into 2024 because it's nothing like a pep rally, right? So, with that being said, remember this equation to your life and what these numbers represent, what we're breaking it down as representing, and knowing that as you push through each moment, each step, as you push through each step in your journey, in your path of growing, learning, and healing, because we're all still growing. I'm still growing, believe it or not. My mind thinks I'm still young, but my body tells me otherwise. But anyhow, we're all growing, learning, and healing. But we want to win in life, and we want to win in business. We want to win in whatever it is that we do. Whether you start a business or not, you might just be happy being home, being the homemaker, or the breadwinner in your family, and that's cool. Even in that position, you still want to do a self-assessment. You want to make sure that you're going to be okay. God forbid something should come up or something should happen. You want to also try to implement this into your life as well, this equation, to begin identifying and breaking it down. Where sometimes we can break ourselves down. Put yourself first. It's hard for me. It took me like all this time to realize just something simple. Simple as going to get your nails done, getting your hair done, getting your feet done. These were things I did them myself. It wasn't really a big thing. But now I'm intentional. Since so much has impacted my life and I feel like a truck ran me over. Just taking the time to do something for myself. I still battle with myself. Anybody else battle? A lot of parents do. You go out and you buy yourself or treat yourself to something, and then you beat yourself up for the money that you spent that made you happy at the time, right? Made you feel good, made you feel like a little special, So that goes to show that we all have work to do. No matter what level we are, we all have fears, we all have doubts, we all have moments of scarcity. Our scarcity moments may be larger than others, but nobody's exempt. We're all here to grow together. So as you're working things out, just know that each step is going to get you 1.6181 steps ahead into your future. So with that being said, remember, were born a winner from the time you were conceived in your mother's womb. You're born with all that you need inside of you to make your life a success. Go out here, ladies and gentlemen, have a wonderful, blessed, amazing week. It's Wednesday. We done made it over the hump. We're gonna get to the weekend. anyway. Anyhow, just blessings unto you and yours in this holiday season. Be safe, love on your family, enjoy your family, eat all the goodies, because I am. And even though it's the holidays, you can still start working on you. You don't have to wait for 2024 to come in. You can start 2024 right now, today, in whichever area that you need to begin, or you identify as the area that you want to begin fixing up in your life. Okay? So, with that being said, have a wonderful, blessed, amazing week. I want to thank you for your time. And we will rejoin one another again on tomorrow, right? So we can kind of get all that together. So I'll say, without any further ado, God bless you all. Have a wonderful, safe, amazing week ahead. Those of you that are killing it already, keep doing what you're doing. Those of you, if you're at the beginning, don't worry, you're going to catch up. You got this. Just follow the steps. Do what you need to do. It all gets done. It takes a little time. You have to build your path. So some paths are already open for you, but then there's some paths that you're going to have to make new yourself. So with that being said, go out there and be awesome. Have a blessed, amazing week. Good morning. I woke us up and thank God for allowing us to wake up and see another day, giving us our limbs and mobility to move around despite all that is going on around us. Our title is Growing, Learning, and Healing. I'm beginning a new series of the process. Everything me to do. So we can kind of get to know each other a little better and to understand a little bit about my process and my journey of how I got here and what's going on while I'm here. How about that? Let me turn the air on a little bit. I was the one, needed someone, wasn't getting over you. Just like when I move my mind, I know what you're feeling. I'ma take it for a ride. If you take it off your mind, cause you know it's a season. I just been trying to make it me taking night, taking it's all that I do, cause I let you feel, don't let you in on my life. I tell you the things that you need to know. I know you like that. I know you need that.